Sorry, 3 still to come in this session. Confirmation that Tai Tzu Ying has beaten Nozomi Okuhara pretty convincingly in just 40 minutes. And we're concentrating on the mixed doubles. Wang and Huang up against the Thai pair, PUAVARANUKROH and TAERATTANACHAI. Well, here were the original mixed doubles groups. If you're with us earlier, you'll have seen Zheng and Huang take care of Watanabe and Higashino. It took them 3 games to do it, but we are concentrating on the second semi-final. Wang and Huang won all 3 of their matches. 2 victories and 1 defeat for the Thai pair. So we know 1 finalist. Will it be an all-Chinese affair? Or can PUAVARANUKROH and TAERATTANACHAI make it a Thai-Chinese final? We'll see very shortly. Well, here are the career stats. Wang and Huang have lost just 35 of their 175 matches. The Thais, well over 200 now, and that's a pretty good win ratio as well. Wang Dongping in the foreground there with Wang Yilu in behind. Let's have a look at their results. I mentioned, Morten, that Wang and Huang have gone win, win, win. And they play pretty well so far in this event.
They definitely have. There is a tough fight against Seo Chung-jae and Cha Yu-jung. As you can see, went all the way to 3 games. And yesterday as well, the last game, 22-20.
Yeah, it took just 36 minutes, that match. So they'll need to improve. They'll know that as we look at TAERATTANACHAI. Let's have a look at their performances so far. They came past Seo and Chai pretty convincingly. Straight games, just over 40 minutes. Chan and Go in 2 games, but that second game could have gone either way. Well over an hour for that one. And then yesterday, as we were saying, they were well beaten by their opponents today in double quick time. Excellent crowd in today inside the stadium. $10,000 capacity here. They also stage some music concerts, and it's the home to the Guangzhou Long Lions basketball team that play here. A few nerves there for the 2 Thais. We're just waiting for the officials for this semi-final to come out on court, and they'll be followed straight away by the players. It's pretty rare, isn't it, Morten, on the badminton circuit, that you end up playing the same pair a day after you last met them?
Yes, but it does happen when it comes to group. You know, when we're playing into groups, the way to get away with that situation is to have, let's say, 12 players or pairs divided into 4 groups of 3, and just the winner goes through for the final. Then you will avoid all this situation, but that, of course, is a bigger pool of players and so on.
Yeah.
But that would be a way to avoid it.
Well, the officials are on court, so the players have had the nod, and out they come. It's going to be fascinating, in particular, the battle between TAERATTANACHAI and Huang at the net. So you can get the better of that little personal duel. 6-5 in the head-to-head. So it was level before that match yesterday.
Black and red. Red. Black color for you. Subsidy serve. Wang receive. Which side? This side.
So let's give you a little bit of information on these four. I think it could be potentially a tight contest, this. So we look at TAERATTANACHAI. Wang Yi-Liu, 25 years of age now. They are ranked 2 in the world. Got a bronze at the World Championships this year, silver in 2018. They did win this event 12 months ago, and as I was saying earlier, if you were with us, they were that was the only tournament they did win in that particular campaign. This year, though, Wang and HUANG have won 5 titles, including 2 Super 750s in Fuzhou in Japan. They've won Super 500s in Thailand and India, and a Super 300 down under in Australia. And the 2 ties, PUAVARANUKROH there. Their first major final as a pair at the Singapore Open a couple of years ago. And they got to 5 finals this year. And 1 in Korea, Singapore and Macau. So 2 pairs are now to win Morton in this match.
Yeah, it's a very close match. If the Thailand pair, PUAVARANUKROH and TAERATTANACHAI, are playing up to their best, they can definitely win this match. But it requires that they play to the very best of their ability. But I think Wang Yi-Liu and Huang Dongping have shown very good standards in this week's tournament. So in my book, the Chinese pair is a small favourite. Not a big favourite, but a small favourite.
I watched the 2 ties against Chan and Go earlier in the week, and they won in straight games, but I thought they were a little below the level I've seen them play at earlier this season. So see if they can.
They have to be absolutely pumped up and play their A game plus to win.
Let's see if they can oblige with that. The umpire for this match, by the way, is Rahana De Silva from Sri Lanka, and Gerald Arsenault from Canada is the service judge. There he is in the foreground.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Subsidy TAERATTANACHAI, PUAVARANUKROH, Thailand. And on my left, Huang Dongping and Wang Yi-Liu, China. Subsidy TAERATTANACHAI to serve to Wang Yi-Liu. Low ball. Play.
So here we go, the second mixed doubles semi-final.
Service over, 1 low.
We'll see the crowd will be with Wang and HUANG.
Oh, yeah.
I hope she's okay.
She is okay. I was actually in the stadium 2 years ago in 2017 when she did her knee in, and that did not look good, I'm telling you.
I'm sure. No harm done, fortunately.
Service 1-3.
So quick onto that. Wang Dongping. Very straightforward put away. It's really all that TAERATTANACHAI could do. So off to a fast start, the Chinese pair here.
As well left, good awareness from PUAVARANUKROH. In my humble opinion, I think that this match very, very much depends on TAERATTANACHAI. If she can lift her game to her maximum, then we will have a very good game on a match on our hands. PUAVARANUKROH is normally playing a fairly steady game and is having a very small margin between the top and the bottom of his game, where TAERATTANACHAI is a little bit more inconsistent, if you can say that.
Okay. Great power there from PUAVARANUKROH, too much for Wang Dongping.
So it's, of course, the job for Wang Dongping to make sure that TAERATTANACHAI is not really getting into the picture of this match. She's got to dominate and control the net, make sure that she can provide as many lifts as possible for the hard-hitting Wang Yulu at the back.
PUAVARANUKROH again, top class from the back of the court.
That's a good smash from Dongping. Really powerful from the back. And another issue for the Thailand pair is that as soon as they get into a defensive situation, it's important for them that they move Wang Yulu on the back. Have to move him from side to side, make sure that he's not having too much time to hit.
Well, that was nice dovetailing between the Thai pair.
Yeah, that was very well rehearsed. Done a million times in training.
Well, that's what TAERATTANACHAI is going to have to try and do on a regular basis.
7-9.
But before the Thailand player got the attack, they moved Wang Yulu very nicely on the back line from side to side. And that, of course, made their defensive shots even better. Out by a mile.
9-all.
When Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping won the tournament last year, I felt that Dongping especially was outstanding in that tournament.
10-9.
Well, after being behind early, ties have clearly settled. Long, yeah.
It's long on the back line.
So a little lead, not a big one, but they'll certainly take that. They were behind early and certainly raised the game a little bit.
Very unfortunate for Wang Yilu here. It was a good shot. It was well chosen. Very unlucky for him. It's going long on the back line.
Unsuccessful. 1 play remaining. Service over. 11-9. Interval.
เขาไปกดถูกไหมสองว่าสองเล่นให้ลูกขึ้นแล้วนั่นแล้วคุมหัวลูกหน่อยให้หัวลูกมันลงเพื่อเขาได้ตีอันเดอร์แล้วดูจังหวะมันคือเขาก็ไม่เหนื่อยถ้าเราไปแทงตอนนี้อยู่ฝั่งเนี้ยลูกค่อนข้างจะตามเลยดูจังหวะลูกไปกดจังหวะที่ผมเคลื่อนจังหวะฟาดก้าวเข้าหายกตัวอย่าไปโดดไปโดดมาก็โดดไปโดดมาหลักไม่ดีปุ๊บก็โดนเขาเปลี่ยนปุ๊บมันไม่ได้แล้วอะไรวะเตรียมตัวดี5เตรียมพร้อมจะทำดี
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Play.
Well, he was way off with that serve.
Service over.
But it was actually a good flick serve. Dongping completely fell for it. Unlucky for TAERATTANACHAI, it was going out on that sideline. Good play by Wang Yilu. Very quick on that mid-court shot. Very crisp. Backhand drive. That's well played.
Well, it was a great cross-court shot from TAERATTANACHAI. PUAVARANUKROH put it away. But that was a shot there that caused the problem.
Yeah, but the anticipation of PUAVARANUKROH there is outstanding. It was a good reply from Wang Yilu. He kept it very nicely, very low, but still it was possible for PUAVARANUKROH to play a win across court. That was really good anticipation.
12 all. Play. Service over. 13-12.
It's going to drift well wide.
14-12.
It's been a slightly bizarre match in terms of the way the scoring's gone. And both pairs are taking it in turns to win 3 or 4 points on the spin, and the lead changing hands on several occasions.
It's a bit like a seesaw. TAERATTANACHAI here in the picture is a very, very good all-round player. Started off in the women's singles as well, and she won the Youth Olympics in singles back in 2010 in Singapore.
Service over. 13-14.
TAERATTANACHAI, first player to win gold Grand Prix titles in all 3 disciplines. Obviously, we don't have the Grand Prix titles anymore, but the record still stands.
What?
Controversy. Umpire saying that
It was on the floor.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. Surely it wasn't.
15-13.
To me, that looked like a very legitimate shot from PUAVARANUKROH. Let's have a look at that. Now we see the lift. See, that's very legitimate. It was never, ever on the floor. We don't have a... Can't use a video.
Not for... No.
In badminton, not just like what we see in football these days. Soccer.
I think, yeah, I mean, you just got to say that umpires are human beings. They make mistakes sometimes.
Absolutely. Of course, we're all human beings and mistakes are made. We have the luxury of being able to see it in slow motion.
If you're wondering, by the way, at home, it wouldn't be permitted for the Thais to have used Hawkeye. Obviously, Hawkeye wouldn't really have shown anything. It could only be used for line decisions. There was one in China Open earlier in the year, a match involving Carolina Marin, where Marin's opponent was convinced that the Spaniard had hit it on the half volley, and the umpire thought the other way, and you just don't have recourse to the way the rules are at the moment. You can't
use
video
material.
Service over. 14.
Well, I must say, I honestly think it unsettled the Thai pair a little bit, that situation, that decision from the umpire.
Well, they've got to put it out of their minds here. It's a 17-14 down.
And look at how TAERATTANACHAI is putting that one away with such ease. Try to have a look at it. That's a beautiful block shot right here. Look at that. Just, okay, I'm just going to do that.
Nonchalant would be the word, wouldn't it?
Yes, that's the word. She's so confident in her technical ability.
15-17. Play.
Dealt with a serve very effectively there, Wang Yiliu.
Yeah, not one of the best services from TAERATTANACHAI, but well done by Wang Yiliu. So often we see that players not really capitalizing on these poor servicing.
Service ball too high. Service over. 16.
First one today, called by Cheryl Dusnall, the Canadian service judge. Can't serve above 1.15 meters. Force the error again. She knew as soon as it came off the racket, it wasn't going anywhere else but into the net. Then resilient, if nothing else, though, the Thai pair, and they're really making the world #2 pairing fight for this opening game. Still in there kicking. Well, the crowd love a trick shot, and it was a pretty good one, but it's still 3 game points.
Once again, evidence of the fantastic technical ability of TAERATTANACHAI. She is really good when it comes to her technical.
Great point to finish with, and there's the opening game for Wang and Huang, 21-17. And it was a hard-fought win in that game, to be honest, because there were times when PUAVARANUKROH and TAERATTANACHAI looked the better pairing. Lead swapped hands on several occasions, but it's the Chinese who edge in front.
开白你两边，你就掉边线，不能掉中间。一掉中间，他就马上就切，女的就上来抢你了。抓一拍，他切来切去，你不要老是打了。切完又架好这一拍，把这一拍他要重复球，他会打重复球，这种变的就少对角，或者过他投的好啊，一定要去抓，不能老是碰一碰，他两边就切鸭子啊，其他都不错啊，鸭子。现在出手就很干脆。 就是这种顺风球的时候，一定要迎上去点，打加球速。他那边顶锋的时候，他会弹你过你的头，耐心点这种球，把步伐调好了以后再进攻啊。他弹我们，你说他肯定要顶我先。我们耐心保持位置，注意连贯。
现场的朋友们，跟随我们的音乐节奏，一起拍手。
seconds, 20 seconds.
So PUAVARANUKROH and TAERATTANACHAI needing to fight back here in this second of the mixed doubles semi-finals. Well, set up beautifully. Lovely shot from Wang Yilu. Definitely worth a thumbs up. That was the disguise, and after that it was pretty straightforward to convert the point. This time, good play from the Thais.
Service over, 1-all.
Well, that's a bit of a bonus point for the Thais, because it looked as though Wang Yilu was going to demolish the serve. It wasn't the case.
Yeah, the thing is that the Thailand pair now can start flicking their service a little bit more, and that will give them quite nice variation. That's a lucky shot. Just off the frame from TAERATTANACHAI.
Yeah, I think the best thing that TAERATTANACHAI could do there was duck.
Service over, 5-2.
Oh, that's clever. Good shot from Wang Yilu. Very, very good awareness.
3-5.
The thing is that PUAVARANUKROH have to go in and cover the centre of the court with his backhand. And of course, that's opening up the gap on the forehand side of PUAVARANUKROH. And it's not easy. He's got no option, no choice. He did what he could.
It's an interesting shot, that, when we saw the replay. He gave it the jump to get there, and he had 1 foot on the ground when he played it. as opposed to a jump smash where obviously you got both feet well off the ground. A clever shot.
3.
That's not even out. That's a mile out.
It's nearly in with the photographers. That's better.
Yeah, good play. I don't know how you feel, Trevor, but I somehow sense that we will be treated to a third game. I don't know, I just sense it.
I'm just trying to work out if the Chinese pair's level has dropped or whether the Thai's level has gone up a bit. It might be a bit of both.
Seems a little bit easier to play against the drift. But mind you, the drift, as we've spoken about, is not as heavy as when we started off in the tournament on Wednesday.
They do look a bit sharper in this second game, PUAVARANUKROH and TAERATTANACHAI.
Yeah, and it's also something to do with the body language of, look at that body language there, of the Chinese pair. It's the combination of the two, I think. That's a good save.
I think they deserved that because they were unlucky with the net ball. It's brilliantly to keep the shuttle alive.
This is good play by Dongping.
5-8. Play.
Have they got their mojo back, those two? Pretty sharp in that rally.
That was a very, very good shot from PUAVARANUKROH. That backhand tap almost. Very sharp. And then the placement was just perfect.
Thought about leaving it, then he was going to hit it, then he left it. He who hesitates is lost, they say, and he certainly was then. So a handy little lead for PUAVARANUKROH and TAERATTANACHAI, 11-7 at the mid-game interval.
女士们、先生们，本次赛事由中国羽协广州市政府主办，冠名赞助商汇丰银行，赞助商道达尔、万达地产、阿尔卑斯、李宁、华夏出行。主办方将继续与合作伙伴展开深度合作，将羽毛球推向普及度激活和体育更推向新的高潮，并致力于为您带来更好的观赛体验。
ลักษณะอะไรเวลารับปุ๊บชนไปเลยเหมือนข้างหน้าข้างหลังเลยดีดซ้ายดีดขวาไปเลยไม่เป็นไรสบายๆเนาะอะไรแบบไม่จำเป็นต้องแบบดีดไปเลยมาผมดีซ้าย
11-7. Play.
Just trying to have a look at how well the Thailand combination is playing here, how hard they push Wang Yilu from side to side on that back line. He is really stretched on that back line and eventually forced into error on the backhand side, but really cleverly played by the Thailand pair.
Well, it wasn't standing on ceremony there. And again.
Very good smash across the body of PUAVARANUKROH. Again, we see a similar situation. Last time we saw when he was playing the drop shot to the forehand side of PUAVARANUKROH. This time it was to smash the forehand side. But once again, the Thailand player had to cover the centre of the court with his backhand, and that's opening up on the forehand side. And that's well spotted by Wang Yilu.
Cheap point back, though, for the Thais.
And that's a moment of magic there from Huang Dongping. Completely wrong footing TAERATTANACHAI.
Great hands, great shot. Well, fantastic defence from the Thai pair, and they turned it into attack in the blink of an eye.
14-10.
staying just about in touch.
11-14.
I think one of the problems, if you can say that, for the Chinese pair is that it so much depends on Wang Yulu in terms of scoring points. At the moment, Wang Dongping seldom is there scoring the points, and it's all depend upon Wang Yulu. And just said it, then she scored a point.
12-14.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you'd score the net battle between Wang Dongping and Sapsiri TAERATTANACHAI. Probably about level at the moment. Neither's really dominated. Well, that was a gift, and Wang Yilu knows it.
15-12.
But this is what's so good about the top four mixed doubles pairs. They are, I'm not saying equally strong because that's not the truth, but the female player is very strong from the back as well, which means that the male player is in at the net, in at the front, and also taking his chances there. And I think that's what's sort of differentiates the top four pairs to the rest.
Just hanging in still.
15.
Wang and Huang. That's a masterful shot.
14-15.
Well, tell you what, if there's a fancy dress party tonight, it should be on the guest list with disguise like that. So back within a point. Good response. TAERATTANACHAI sharing the lion's share of responsibility there with that backhand winner. And every time in this game that Chinese have kind of threatened a comeback, the Thais have just accelerated again, enough to keep their noses in front. Well, there's another point from Wang Dongping for you, Morton. She played that point really well.
She did, she did. She closed the net down very nicely there. It's good play from Dongping. But that's what the Chinese pair needs. They need to have more than one scoring the points.
Now, can they get back on terms here? Would maybe sow a few seeds of doubt in the Thai players' heads.
This is fast and furious.
Well, there was a kind of pause for breath to see which side that shuttle would come down. Came down on the Thai side, so they are level, Wang and Huang.
16-4.
having been a fair way adrift at one stage in this game.
Oh, that's good shots. Really good shot from Wang Yilu.
He almost dragged that from behind him, it looked. It was incredible effort.
Yeah, and it's a great awareness. He knows that the straight one is covered and the cross is an open chance, and he plays it perfectly. Good awareness there from Wang Yilu.
It's going to go well wide. Yeah, finished off beautifully that time by Huang Dongping. And they've come to life at just the right time here.
19-16.
Yes. They really have been impressive at the business end of this game. And here are 4 match points.
And the difference has been that Dongping suddenly has started to score points. The last 3 or 4, she's had a very, very good hand in.
That's it. It's a terrific win. They looked second favourites in that game for much of it. But they came through with flying colours, 21-16 in that second game. Tremendous performance from Wang and Huang. And we will see them in what will be an all-Chinese mixed doubles final tomorrow. This was the final point. Wide of the sideline, and cue the Chinese celebrations. "45 minutes in total. For that semi, and they really had to do it the hard way in the second game in particular. The Thai pair just coming up a little bit short in the end. Now don't go away, up next we've got a brilliant looking women's singles semi-final. Chen Yufei, such a firm favourite of course with the crowd here. And she'll be up against the in-form Akane Yamaguchi. That's next. Paul Hound will be here alongside more.
Well, that's how